Hey RemotePreneurs, today I want to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is Apple making a really big announcement. I'm really interested in hearing everyone's opinion on this one. All right, so I'm really interested to see what everyone here on LinkedIn and YouTube thinks with the Apple remote policy, where they want you to come into the office a couple of days a week now. And if you really think about this, this is my passion about, building companies remotely. Obviously, Apple's a great company, very innovative, but here's the thing. Why is it that they're requiring employees to come back into the office after, during the pandemic, when there was no choice of them coming to the office? They praised the remote workforce and embraced it and did all these nice things. But now it feels like they're kind of backtracking. No, but here's the thing. If you watch some of the other videos I talk about building remote companies, a lot of it has to do with building and controlling your structure. And by structure, I mean the ambient noise. You hear some people hammering out there. I can't control that. You hear a lot of things around, your internet stability. Can you hear me now? Also, maybe some things that are more subtle and people don't realize. They can film you when you're on premise. They got security cameras so they can watch your movements and things like that. Now, I'm not saying Apple's doing any of this, but what I am saying is when you talk about building a remote company, this is the differentiators that people sometimes take for granted. Also, think about this. When you're forced to go into an office, doesn't that kind of create a standardized routine of you doing something throughout your day, meaning your morning routine to get to work and your morning routine to leave work? And that's part of the reason why the whole structure thing and working as a remote entrepreneur is really important, because when you're forced to go into an office, it also helps you build a routine that is predictable. And some of these companies, as you can see with Apple as an example, they value that quite extensively. And let's face it, a lot of people struggled with working remotely during the pandemic because it was forced upon them. And a lot of people realized that, hey, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. When you're actually in the office and in your workspace and it's all controlled by the company, the other thing that you'll lose is a lot of your flexibility and freedom to kind of do what you want when you want to do it. And that's part of the whole thing about controlling your environment and your workspace so that you're more productive as a remote employee. So I'm really curious to know, what do you guys think about forcing employees, now that the pandemic is kind of heading into its sunset days, and having these larger companies that embraced it now forcing employees to come back into the office? Until next time, onwards and upwards.